This video is going to walk you through some of the key features of the Radiolog software that Nevada County Sheriff's Search and Rescue has been using since about middle of 2015. This is created as an open source project, so it's free to use and modify. The hope is that other search and rescue teams will be adopting it as well. If you're interested in taking a closer look, seeing some more documentation, or getting all the code, you can get to it at the GitHub address here on the screen. So to walk through some of the key features without spending too much time on the slides, we're going to mostly be showing video in real use of it. Here's what it's written for. It's general radiolog management, and it's made to be intuitive and quick to learn. Training is really going to make you more proficient, but isn't really necessary to get most of the key features. Most of it is centered around fewer options so that there's less overhead and reduced fiddling, and that allows you to spend time talking with teams in the field instead of spending time running a computer program. So this is the list of the key features we're going to be walking through, and pretty much we just want to show you live demos of all of it instead of talking too much in front of the PowerPoint slides. So let's get started. Probably what you're going to be running it with is just an icon on your desktop here. Double click that and you can see it prompts you for an incident name right at the start. You can leave it as it is if you want. The datum and coordinate fields are grayed out right now, meaning you can't change them at the moment. Hopefully that will be fixed pretty soon. And the timeout, we'll explain that in a few minutes, and you can leave that at the default for now. As soon as you hit OK, you're ready to start operating. So the first main feature we want to show is team tabs. Easiest way to explain that is to start some incoming transmissions from teams. Here's a message coming in from team 1. Let's say they're just making a radio check. Notice the bottom half of the screen on your left. As soon as I did that, it made a new tab here for team 1. Let's have a transmission coming in from team 4. They're starting their assignment. New tab comes up for team 4. You can left click on either of those tabs, and everything below it is going to be the complete history for that team. Let's say we have another message from team 1, and they are also starting their assignment. So you see their complete history is showing up under their tab. Left click the tab for 4, we'll see team 4's history. The entire history of all teams combined is going to be in the top half of the screen, and you can use this little grip here to make that bigger or smaller, whatever works for you. One more thing to note is that each tab does have a right-click menu or a context menu. If you right-click on that, these are the options you'll see. This is a shortcut to just make a new entry from or to that team. And this here hides that team tab. So you no longer see one in the list. It did not get rid of any of their data. So to show that, if we have another transmission from team 1 later on, then their tab comes back up and all of their previous history is still in it. So all we really did with that is, just like it says, is hide the tab. That's going to be useful if there's a team that's maybe gone home for the night, they've done their job, or any other team that you just want to clear off the board so they're less confusing to you. So let's dive right in and show how this would be used in a real operation.
I see team 1.
Go ahead, team 1.
Radio check.
Loud and clear 1.
I see team 2.
Go ahead, 2.
Radio check.
Loud and clear 2.
I see team 3. Radio check.
Loud and clear 3. The next feature we'd like to show is automated timeouts and welfare check reminders. So basically we like to keep track of the amount of time since the last message from each team out in the field. We used to do welfare checks on paper, and that was very difficult to keep track of. This program can automatically warn you, start flashing colors at you, if we haven't heard from a given team in a certain amount of time. That timeout duration can be changed at any time in the options. I'll show that here. Right now we have it at 10 seconds, a ridiculously small amount, just so you can see it in this demo program. Normally, you'll leave it on 30 minutes, 60 minutes, whatever works for your team. So when a given team has not been heard from in that amount of time, they flash red. A few minutes or a few seconds before that, they'll start flashing orange to give you warning that they're about to time out. As soon as they time out, you probably want to do a welfare check to that team so that you can hear from them. That would look like this. If I want to right click and do a new entry from team 1, that they had a welfare check and they're okay. Notice they will stop flashing red for a few seconds. Pretty soon they'll go orange and then red again. Also notice that teams in green, and click their tab and see that that means that their status is that they are at IC. They will not time out. There's no purpose in them calling out if they are actually here at IC. So let's see this in some live use as well. Team 1, IC, welfare check.
IC, Team 1. All's good?
Copy, Team 1. Break, Team 4, IC, welfare check.
IC, Team 4 is okay.
Copy, Team 4. Break, Team 2, IC, welfare check.
IC, Team 2 is okay.
Copy, Team 2. So the next topic is team status. Each team in the field can have a general status that is really just a help to you to see at a quick glance where that team is or what they're working on. So there's 3 places that you're actually going to see that. One is the background color in the team tab here. The second is the right side column of any of these history entries. And the third is in the new entry window. New entries are the only time that you can change the team status. So you'll see this top right section here. You can left click any of these buttons to change the status by hand if you want to. Or it will also just try and infer the text from the text that you type into the message here, or the text that you populate into the message field by clicking one of these quick text buttons. So you can see how as the text changes in there, it tries to automatically infer what the new status is. And that will be saved as soon as you hit OK. If you ever want to see a little reminder of what all the status codes are, you can just hit F1 to pull up the help window here, and everything shows up down here. This is a good reminder that anything that's flashing means that we owe the team a response. We have to get in touch with them. So let's dive right in to the live demo.
IC, Team 1.
Go ahead, 1.
Departing IC.
Copy, Team 1 departing IC.
IC, Team 2.
Standby 2. Break, Team 5, IC, welfare check.
Team 5 is okay.
Copy, Team 5. Break. Go ahead, Team 2.
Beginning assignment.
Copy, Team 2, beginning assignment.
IC, Team 3.
Go ahead, 3.
Completed assignment, walking back to IC.
Copy, Team 3, complete assignment, walking back to IC.
IC, Team 4.
Go ahead, 4.
Completed assignment.
Copy, do you need transport?
Affirmative.
Copy, transport is en route. ETA 5 minutes.
IC, transport
Transport 1.
Departing IC for Team 4.
Copy.
IC Team 1,
Go ahead, 1.
beginning assignment.
Copy, Team 1, beginning assignment.
IC Team 4,
Team 4.
en route to IC and Transport 1.
Copy, Team 4 and Transport 1 en route to IC.
IC Team 3, arriving at IC.
Copy, Team 3, arriving at IC.
IC Team 4, arriving at IC.
Copy, Team 4, arriving at IC.
IC, Transport 1 is at IC.
Copy.
The Radiolog program also handles the entire topic of clue management. So clues will come in as reported over the radio by teams. And the first thing that you want to do when they say they located a clue, instead of trying to type it in here in the message, is hit the located a clue button. So this will prompt you for the 3 key pieces of information that need to trade hands: description, location, and instructions. So they'll give you a description. You want to get the location, coordinates, and it may also be any additional information, underneath the car, 20 feet up a tree. And instructions is going to be something that the search manager wants you to relay back to the team. So if any of these are not filled out and you try to hit OK, it's going to tell you, sorry, you have to fill them all out first. So let's just put some silly values in there. And notice I'm going to uncheck this box here where it says print a clue report form. Normally, as soon as we hit OK here, it's going to generate a PDF and print that on the default printer right away. But we don't want to do that for this demo. So there was our first clue. Notice all it really did is put the message text in here for us. It's not actually going to save that as an entry until we hit OK on the Radiolog entry. So another clue comes in from a different team. It's had some coordinates, and here's some quick text again for instructions that we want to send back to them. Uncheck the print box and hit OK. So you can also add non-radio clues. This might be something like a walk-up interview that deputy or anyone else conducted, and they've already taken some notes on it. It does need to be recorded in the clue log, but it was not a radio transmission. So there's a button there for that up at the top, add non-radio clue. And it tells you here, normally location and instructions are not something that you're going to be entering right now. The things you want to enter are who reported it, like a SAR number, and the description. And often if it's something they've already written up, you can just say something like "see attached," and that's sufficient. We're going to uncheck the print box just like we did before. Notice up in the top right, for each clue we've had automatically incrementing clue number. You can change that if you need to. Hit OK on that. And of course it did not make a Radiolog entry for that because it was a non-radio clue. You can see all of your clues together with this clue log button up at the top. It shows all the clues that came in, who reported them, what the description was, if any instructions were given, what the location was, which operational period it was in, and if any radio GPS microphone radio location came in, it'll show that here as well. You can print this clue log at any time. You can print any one of the clue reports at any time. But normally, those things are all going to be printed either when you change operational period, it'll ask you what to print, or when you just close the program, it'll ask you what to print. Also, you can hit the print button here and it'll ask you what you want to print. we don't need to print anything for now. So let's see the clues in live operation.
IC, Team 3.
Go ahead, 3.
We've located a clue.
Go with clue description.
Blue ball cap with a white and green diamond logo.
Copy. Blue ball cap, white and green diamond logo. Go with coordinates.
Coordinates are 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Reading back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Good readback. Awaiting instruction.
Team 3, mark and photograph the clue and continue your search.
Team 3, copy. Mark, photograph, and continue search.
There's also a subject located button on the new entry window. And if you hit that, it has the same general flow as a clue report. It will not let you close the window until all 3 of these key pieces of information have changed hands. So if you only type in some coordinates, it'll tell you. You have to type everything in. Only real difference there is it will not add an entry in the clue log. So let's see that in live use.
IC, Team 5.
Go ahead, 5.
We've located the training subject.
What is your location?
Coordinates 5, 4, 3, 4, 5 by 1, 2, 3, 2, 1.
Reading back. 5, 4, 3, 4, 5 by 1, 2, 3, 2, 1.
Good readback.
What's the training subject condition?
Broken ankle, mild hypothermia, otherwise stable.
Copy. Broken ankle, mild hypothermia, otherwise stable. What additional resources do you need?
None. We will walk to IC with the subject.
Copy. Walking to IC.
The next part of the program that we want to show you is the Kenwood FleetSync interface. So Kenwood is the brand of radio we use, and FleetSync is Kenwood's method for sending digital data over analog radio. The type of data they would send is caller ID, and that only has to do with the hardware ID. That doesn't have to do with what team number is using it. We don't know that at the beginning of the operation. And also, if there's a GPS microphone attached, it would include the GPS data. So in the spirit of keeping things automatic, there's no USB port information or COM port information that you have to set up in this program. It automatically looks for up to 2 FleetSync enabled radios plugged into USB ports on the computer. So let's show you what that looks like. We're going to play a little script here without any of the radio audio. You can use your imagination for that. So let's say that a team calls in and they are using radio number 18. And they tell you this is, say, team 2 doing a radio check. So you would type in their call sign there. And from then on, it's going to remember that that radio is associated with team 2. So let's say another team calls in here. They're radio 24. It pops up this box because it has not been assigned a team number yet, a call sign yet. Let's say they say they're team 6 doing a radio check. Same thing, it'll remember them. And let's say radio 16 turns out that that's transport 1 doing a radio check. Change their call sign, and from then on, it's going to remember those hardware IDs. See, it knows that team 2 was radio 18. And it's going to remember the hardware IDs of each one that comes in so that you don't have to fiddle with setting the call sign on every single call. So far, we've only been seeing blanks up here. Now we're starting to see some GPS data come in. If it had no fix, it would say no fix. If it's sending good coordinates, like you see, it'll change each time. Even if it doesn't pop up a new box on each incoming transmission, it'll update the coordinates on each transmission where we get a new set of coordinates. And those will show up on the SARSoft map if SARSoft is running on the same network. So let's go ahead and show you what that looks like using the same audio transcript from the clue report that we had just a minute ago.
IC, Team 3.
Go ahead, 3.
We've located a clue.
Go with clue description.
Blue ball cap with a white and green diamond logo.
Copy. Blue ball cap, white and green diamond logo. Go with coordinates.
Coordinates are 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Reading back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Good readback. Awaiting instruction.
Team 3, mark and photograph the clue and continue your search.
Team 3, copy. Mark, photograph, and continue search.
The features we've been looking at so far work very well if there's only one radio message happening at a time. In the real world, it'll probably get so confused at some point that you'll have multiple conversations going on at the same time, so the program needs to come up with a good way to handle that. So basically, easiest way again is to show what's going on here. If we had one message coming in from a certain team, but in the middle of talking with them, another message came in from a different team. Notice this little thing on the left here, newest on top, oldest on bottom. We're calling this the message stack. So it just stacks them up like a plate of dishes. Newest goes on top. And you can left click on either of these to change which one is active, which one you're going to be typing into at a certain time. Normally, it follows a couple of rules to try and make sure that it's intuitive about all of this. One is that a concept of continue time. If we've been talking with a certain team, but there's multiple transmissions from us to them and from them to us that are all part of the same continued conversation, then we don't want to pop up a new window every single time that we have another part of that conversation with the same team. So if it's within a certain amount of time, it'll assume that it's part of the same conversation and it will not make a new window on the stack. The other concept is hold time. If you've been typing on one of these items and a new message comes in the middle of your typing, it will not automatically switch to that new entry, and it will not steal your focus, which can be really confusing and frustrating if you're trying to type. So both of those two concepts together hopefully make this a much more intuitive system of handling concurrent messages. And we'll take a look at that now in the demo as well.
IC, Team 1. IC, Team 4. IC, Team 5.
Stand by 4. Stand by 5. Go ahead, Team 1.
Radio check.
Loud and clear 1. Break. Go ahead, Team 4.
Radio check.
Loud and clear 4. Break. Go ahead, Team 5.
Radio check.
Loud and clear 5.
So that wraps up the live demo portion of the presentation, we want to just walk through the last couple of features here that we can show you right now. So one is amendable messages. You can right-click on any message and click amend this entry. You can type in a new message here. You can even go back and change the original text with no problem. And you can hit OK just like a normal new entry window. However, note it is going to keep the original text here. So if you really screwed up on the original text, it's going to save it here. Be aware of that. That's just for data integrity, to make sure we don't miss anything at all. And it's going to put the new text ahead of that. You can amend repeatedly on the same item. So if the only issue was a typo, you may not really need to amend that if it's clear originally. But if you need to change the intent of your wording, that is definitely something you'd want to amend. Often you can just handle that with a brand new entry. Another item is multi-operational period support. So you see this button near the top left, Op1, that's operational period 1. It always starts off at 1 by default. If you click that, you'll see the options to change the operational period. You can type in any new number that you want. It'll default to just incrementing it by 1. And it'll give you a few options. You can hide team tabs for anyone who's at IC. So basically at the end of an existing operational period, those teams are retired. They don't need to show up again for the next operational period. You can also choose to print the current operational logs, the entire radio log, the team logs, and the clue log, just like you would print at the end of the operation, the entire operation. So let's show that hiding the team tabs. Let's say that team 6 was at IC. Let's say that team 2 was at IC. We're going to change to operational period 2. Go ahead and hide them. And let's not print right now since we're not hooked up to a printer. 2 and 6 are hidden, but you can bring them back again if you need to. The printing is the last item. Normally, we saw how you can print with this print button right here, and you can choose everything you want to print. You can print for any of the operational periods, but it'll only print one operational period at a time. Cancel out of that. Notice when you just hit X to close the entire program at the end, it'll bring up the same thing. We don't need to print, and we can go ahead and exit the program. So the final item of automatic file management, of course, there is nothing to show you there. There's no load buttons, no save buttons. If you need some help in the options menu, you can go in and reload a previous radio log, but that's extremely rare. Okay, that should wrap it up. Thanks for listening.